Hey everybody, it's Mike, Rocky Ridge. I just got a new bird from the post office and I've been getting ready to unbox it. I got its cage all set there. And this is the bird. I'll show its pedigree in a minute, I guess. And so anyway, the bird, I don't know what it looks like at all, because what they do is these days they take a picture of a bird and they fit it into a mold so that all, like certain sellers, all their birds have the exact same body shape because they Photoshop it into a predetermined mold. So I don't really care for that, but it's a real good pedigree bird, and it's a Thomas 6 line. It's a 2023 bird, which is very, it's not more than a few months old at the most. So let's see, I'll zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to shut these doors here in case the bird gets out of my hand. I don't want to have to worry about losing it. Did pay a pretty penny for the bird, so last thing I want to do is pull it out of the box and show it flying away. It happens. I know a lot of people that it has happened to. So let's see what she looks like. It's supposed to be a hen. Oh, almost lost it. So that's it. That's what she looks like. She's tired of being in the box, that's for sure. But that's Thomas 6 and Wolverine. Show that in a minute. Let me see what she feels like. Definitely looks like a young bird. It's feisty. Whoa. Feisty. All right, let's see if I can set this camera up so I can kind of show. All right, so here's the bird right here. I don't really know if I'm doing a good job showing it, but she is a strong thing. She's trembling all over the place. For a young bird, she feels really solid. Wow. Vents are super tight. I know a lot of people like to check the balance on them. Seems to be very good, more or less a pintail. I don't really worry about that stuff too much. But yeah, nice little hen. I think she's been in that box long enough. We have everything all set over here. All right, so she's in this little cage here. She'll probably stay for a few days until I feel that she's good and healthy. But she's got grit, food, and water available. So she hasn't taken a drink, but most likely that's going to happen pretty quick. She's only been in a box for about 24 hours, so I know she's not really hurting for anything. But yep, nice new addition. Let me see. I'll show the pedigree here. We've got, get my glasses on. All right, so we got the king, the queen, parents of Thomas 6, ace, golden crack, crystal diamond, and this is the Thomas 6 line. And then we come down here, and this is Thomas 6 grand. So Thomas 6 with Abigail's Dream, and then over here is the Wolverine line. Hector is his son. So we got Wolverine and Thomas 6. And over here, Thomas 6 was mated to his grandmother. So it's an inbred Thomas 6 with some Wolverine. And there you go. So that should be a pretty good bird. So anyway, some of the other stuff going on in here. This is kind of exciting. I had these 2 eggs hatch this morning. I mean, overnight. And these are not Belgian Delbars. These are actually Ornat crossed with Sun City. And that's those 2 babies right there. So they're less than 24 hours old. But the cool thing about that is the parents of those babies have been flying around the stock loft for close to 2 weeks now, and these are their 7th babies now. So they're definitely getting a break. They only raised 2 themselves, but And then I took these 2 eggs and put them in the incubator because they coincided with these Dell bars. And I got plenty of whites right now. So now these eggs were 2 days late hatching. And I think it's probably due to a couple things. They were in the incubator, and possibly I had the temperature a little too low. And then the other thing was those eggs were covered. You know, I won't get too descriptive, but those eggs were dirty. And that could have possibly insulated them, you know, a couple decimal point degrees, and causing them to mature a little bit slower than they normally would. But the thing with these top bloodline pigeons, they if there's a way to survive, they will do it. They just, the genetics on them are unbelievable. So those are my Ornat with Sun City babies. Really excited about that. I've been pulling out a lot of breeders at this stage because we're into the 3rd month, and I've been putting a lot of Black Eagles in. I have 5 pair of Black Eagles breeding now, and one of them has eggs. I think it's this pair right here. Yeah, this pair has 2 eggs. And what I do when they lay the first egg, I'll put it up top. Like that egg belongs to this pair right here, and you know, they got 2 babies there, so that's going to be a problem. So when they lay the second egg, what I'll do is I'll take those 2 eggs and put them in the incubator, and as soon as those babies are out of the nest, I'll pop the eggs. You know, they got fake eggs now, and then I'll pop the real eggs in there. And because good chance that the babies are going to ruin the eggs, I didn't put an extra nest bowl because it really doesn't matter using this method. And so that's how I do it. And you can do a lot of, when you're breeding in such a controlled environment like this, you can do all kinds of things. So I use pumpers, like this one here is pumping a pair. What is it? I think it's a pair of Husky Van Riel babies in there. So, but right down the line, and all these guys are going to get breaking up, and then I'm going to pick maybe 4 or 5 pairs of top quality pedigree birds, and you know, swap their mates and see how it goes. So I just put this pair of Black Eagles in a little while ago. They seem to be getting along. I had 2 males in the first place, and that didn't go too well. So I found this hen here. Beautiful. Look at the eyes on her. She means business right there. Yeah, there's some beautiful birds. But like I said, I got 5 pairs of those. This one here is my Jensen Husky Van Riel cross, and nice gentleman Adrian P is going to get both of their babies. He's going to try them out and see how he likes them. These guys were down at the bottom, and I just brought them up. That was a Hoosier bird. It's a Picasso something mixed with something, and I think Husky Van Riel, Picasso and Husky Van Riel. And then that one there is I forget the bloodline, but it's a real good One Loft Racing bloodline. But anyway, show you something I did out here. I wanted to get these birds, all the males and females are together right now. They get all excited, you know, and it gives them a reason to stick around, because I actually lost a bird recently because he got tired of being stuck with about 16 cockbirds, and he just flew away. But he does live in 2 different places. I don't know where his other home is, but he was here for a couple months, and he decided to go back wherever he was all summer, and possibly he has a mate at that other location. He'll show up again probably late summer he'll show up again back over here. And but I know he doesn't like it too much here because I kept them separated. So anyway, they're all together, they're all having fun and enjoying life, but I need to separate them. Probably give them a couple days like this, and then I'll separate them. Well, we'll take a peek at the young birds, and we'll call it a video. So over here, these are all the young birds. They've been coming out of the nest. All the ones that are a little bit older are up on the roof in the settling cage, but those real pretty ones, those are gabbies with the white flights and pied, and that's his nest mate right there. Yeah, some really good birds there. A lot of these I have for sale on my site, and I'll post a link to my site, and you can check out the pedigrees for them if you're interested in that. These can all be flown. I haven't let any of these out yet, and I do mean yet because I plan on flying them. So here's all the older ones. They like to hang out up top, and a lot of those should have been flying already. So roller pigeons are producing a whole bunch of young. Just jumping around today, I guess. Shows different things. But they got 2 babies down there, 2 eggs. Those are going to hatch the 27th. I got 2 babies there, got 2 babies up top. Those racing pigeons over there that I need to clean up that mess, but those racing pigeons they hatched in my incubator, and coincided with some rollers that had eggs that weren't fertile. So they're doing great. They're eating nothing but low protein pigeon roller food, and they look just as good as any birds around, any young racing pigeons around. So apparently the food isn't the most important thing. It's having good parentage. So there's a little beauty right there. Possibly a bald head. We'll have to wait and see. Kind of looks like a grizzle, which is nice. And yeah, actually I think one of the parents is a bald head grizzle. So anyway, got a couple babies here, and they keep knocking this bowl off up top here, so I put a heavier bowl. But yeah, I'm going to have some more rollers here pretty soon. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Just a quick update, show you the new bird and stuff like that. Leave a comment, please subscribe, and have a great day.